Hey folks, it's William with All Solar Texans. If you're like me, you maybe live in Central Texas. You've been hit and slammed by rain the last several weeks. Many of our bridges and roadways are underwater, but me and my family are prepared. Are you and your family prepared? That's the question that we're going to answer in today's episode. Stay tuned. All right, before we get started, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to click on that notification bell. That keeps you up to date with all the latest energy news that we produce here on the channel. Also, if you have questions, if you're in the Texas solar market and you just want a fair deal, you don't want to be taken advantage of, you don't want all the runaround and all the rigmarole that goes with the sales industry, reach out to us, email us, check out our website. We're local, we're Texans, and we're here to support you in your family's energy independence goals. All right, well, if you're in Central Texas or if you've been watching the news, you know that we have been hit with record amounts of rainfall so far over the last couple of weeks. By the time that you're watching this video, we may be past the season, but we're looking at the beginning of May right now, 2024, and it is devastating. We have seen substantial rainfall, 50-year record high in rainfall. Just myself, our family lives just outside of the College Station area off in the country, and right now we are landlocked. Every bridge, every roadway is completely flooded. These bridges are now under inspection by these engineers just to make sure that they can withstand more traffic and opening those lanes back up. There's been a lot of devastation all across Central Texas with this rain, and it's not going to go away anytime soon. We have even more rain in the forecast. Now, what can you do about this? Most of what I've seen going all across Texas here for those that have been impacted by the floodwaters is outages. People are out of power. People are landlocked. They're not able to drive to get food, to get groceries, to get fresh water. Many people are not only out of power, but they're out of options in terms of leaving their location. We have road closures everywhere. We have accidents where it's just not safe enough to drive. Now, when we started this channel, that was my whole point of starting this company, is to empower Texans to have more resiliency, more energy independence, more self-sustainability. And what we're seeing now as a trend is that the impacts across Texas from these extreme weather events are not lessening. They're getting worse. So what is it that you are doing to protect your family? What would you spend? How much is your family security worth to you? Yes, solar is an investment, but it's much cheaper today than it was 10 years ago. Batteries are an investment, but they're much cheaper today, especially with the Tesla Powerwall 3 batteries. You have EG4 batteries. Many battery manufacturers and competitors have come into the market, which has really lowered the price. So every time I meet with a customer, I'm asking them, what are your energy goals? For most folks, it is energy independence. They don't trust the grid. They don't trust emergency services. They know that when this grid finally does go down in certain parts, or if it collapses altogether due to some kind of global issue or domestic terror attack, that they want to be prepared. Now, for most people, you're scared off initially because you think solar is going to be very expensive. Well, I can tell you it is going to be an investment. It's going to be money. But if you just do the math, you're going to pay the money anyway by just continuing to rent your electricity from the utility. But if you invest in solar now, you could take advantage of a 30% federal tax credit. We also have financing available that can help lower your monthly cost to somewhere about what you're currently paying for power, or maybe a little bit more than what you're currently paying for power, because again, interest rates are still very high. Now, yes, interest rates are very high right now, which makes it a little bit more expensive to finance. But you could offset some of that by putting down some cash, or offsetting it by maybe scaling down the system and then adding on later when financing terms get a little bit better. But I could tell you this, the grid is getting weaker by the day, and it's not going to wait for interest rates to go down so that you can, feel a little bit safer about making the investment. Domestic terrorists and global terrorism and the wars and all the global economics that are going on that are putting extreme pressures on our way of life are not going away. The riots in the streets aren't going away. Things are getting worse, folks. If you've been paying attention to the news like I do, things are getting worse. They're not getting better. So at what point do you decide to make that decision that I'm going to make the investment for my family? I'm going to invest in solar, backup batteries, a generator to make sure that we can survive whatever comes, whatever the next big crisis is, that we're going to be able to survive this because we took the initiative, we planned ahead, and we made the investment in our family's security. This is not fear-mongering or anything like that. I'm a fellow prepper. The reason why I invested money in batteries and solar and why I left the utility industry in the first place was to make sure that I can provide more energy independence for my family as well as for other families. So if you're asking yourself, is now a good time to go solar? Yes. Also ask yourself, is the world getting better? It's not, which means that you need to be more prepared than ever to face grid outages, to face a global collapse, to face the collapse of the American dollar, to face the collapse of our own society as we see riots in the streets and just all of this insanity around us. Today is the day to finally invest in your family's future, in your family's resilience, and in their energy independence. By giving All Solar Texas a call today, reach out to us. We'll partner you with one of our energy experts. We'll walk you through what all of your options are. We'll show you real world designs that we've done, real construction. People are calling us all the time, going off grid or going grid tied but with battery backup. We have so many resilient seekers out there that are Texans that see what we're seeing. The last 10 customers that I've had have either been ex-military, FBI, contract military, or some type of first responder or law enforcement. These folks see what's coming. They know what's happening. I can't even explain to you what we're all seeing in this prepper community. It's not getting better. So if you call us today, we'll help you. You could trust that we're going to give you something that meets your energy goals at a price that you can afford. Thank you so much, and God bless.